Welcome guys to another video. Today we're talking about Biscuit Oliva from Baki. If you enjoy Baki and everything about its greatness, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I'll be doing much more Baki content. So today I'm going to be talking about Biscuit Oliva and everything about his history, his physical attributes, everything we currently know about him in the anime and manga of Baki. Now, I hope you enjoy. His actual name is Biscuit Oliva. He's considered or he's called throughout the series Mr. Oliva or even Mr. Unchained. His origin is Cuba, and we don't know, we haven't had statements of his actual age, but assume that he's around his mid-40s, so you can assume he's around 45 years old, and his fighting style is considered to be brute force as a foundation of everything he uses during Baki. So I'll start off with his history. Oliver was born in Cuba and later migrated to America, where he was born in Cuba, went to America, and he made a living as a prize mercenary for the US government as well as other countries in capturing threats to pretty much different countries or defeating powerful opponents in those countries. He was also served as a specialized jailer for like top prisoners or for extremely dangerous criminals during some time in his past. In his later years, he was dispatched by the USA to fight the absolute Chad Yujiro Hanma, Baki's father as we know, the ogre. After fighting his way through groups of drug cartel mercenaries, and he encounters Yujiro, the leader of the mansion, and proceeds to kill the cartel's leader. Before trying to engage Yujiro in combat, Yujiro surprises him with an upfront king that knocks him several feet back and allows Yujiro to make a getaway. So you can assume that they didn't really fight and that maybe Yujiro was kind of scared of him. The conversation before Yujiro hit legs was pretty much saying that Yujiro, he said he's not ready to eat, in a term he's not ready to rap, and this is what pretty much made Oliver excited somewhat, and it made Oliver realize, or it stated that he realized that this man Yujiro is going to get much more stronger as time goes on, and that kind of excited him in the aspect of that. And that's pretty much all we know for his history prior to his introduction in the anime or in the Death Row convict saga, where he was introduced as someone who pretty much was in prison himself but wasn't at the same time. From my research into his past, I wasn't able to pinpoint or a statement saying why he was in prison, but it stated that when he was in prison, when we first introduced him, he's considered the strongest man in the USA and the only man in the Arizona prison who has complete freedom, where the name comes from, Mr. Unchained. At some point in the government decided it was cheaper to pay for his massive meals, living quarters, and everything that he has in his prison, and for this pretty much chance to have all this stuff, he pretty much became a US specialized mercenary that was paid by the government to take out people or criminals who are pretty much stronger or too hard for the average pretty much enforcements to take care of or the military to deal with, where they'll send out Oliver to deal with these people with his, glorious muscles. He's said to be a very intelligent person, being above average, not the smartest character in the series, but far above average. He has pretty much extreme focus on his pretty much paid missions or mercenary things he has to do, and most of his fights come down to his, muscle mass coming into his advantage. He has various skills, as in like knowledge-based skills from his intelligence, as is shown a lot with his home in the prison, having a massive library where he reads all the books, gaining immense knowledge from different cultures and everything around that. In combat, he's not like the average martial artist in Baki, where they have years of training under the belt. He's just all about muscles. He does have knowledge of some combat skills, which is far above the average person, but it's nothing compared to great martial arts such as Doppler Orochi or other characters such as that. In the convict saga, which is based in the anime, so most people should know about that, his role was to capture the 3 remaining death row convicts after Spec and Doran were already defeated. He succeeded in being involved in capturing some and taking out the others. And now I'll talk about the most important thing about Mr. Oliver, his abilities. So as we know, muscle man, giant man, as it could say that he looks kind of overweight, but it's just how pretty much dense his muscles are. If you're a fan of Kangyo, you know Wakasuki and how his muscles are 52 times denser than the average human. You can assume that Oliver has this same syndrome or same physical trait, but it could be argued that his muscles are even more dense than what people like Wakasuki from Kangen are. He's pretty much has the ability to puff out his muscles to act like a shield in cases, which is absolutely crazy. He's training by pulling a helicopter pretty much down to the ground with his hands. He relies primarily on his strength and durability by his massive muscles and overpowered state with these muscles to pretty much defeat people with minimum effort, or looks like minimum effort. He was capable of easily beating the spine of Kanoyo, who bragged that his body was so strong as diamonds. He punched so strong that he could often destroy a cave with a single punch and kill people instantly with a single punch. When he had a battle against Baki, he rushed through pretty much 4 prison rooms and punched Baki through a steel door. He could slam Baki to the ground, making a dent in a stated 30 centimeter deep pretty much hole after that. During this fight between Baki and Pickle, during the fight between Baki and Pickle, it was speculated that due to Oliver's size, strength and fighting style, he could go for a frontal attack against Pickle, and that's pretty much impressive considering how much of a crazy monster Pickle was. He also has the ability to rapidly heal due to his dense muscle, and when he has like shotgun bullets, he can just pretty much pop them out and be good as stuff, and eat that meat to just heal him up anymore. Some like Luffy stuff from One Piece there. And then his name techniques, which I love the names of, we got hand pocket, use the hand pocket name techniques, headbutt, stomp and ball. The 4 name techniques that I could find or that I've researched that he had used throughout Kangen, throughout Baki and that's pretty much everything for our boy Mr. Oliver. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Let me know how I can improve on these Baki videos, and also what character from Baki you want me to cover next. I'll be happy to do so. And that's it guys. Peace.